My downloaded files are missing. How do I get them back? Hey everyone, Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. Here's a question I got some time ago. In my download folder, I had numerous utilities, photos, PDF files, etc. that I had downloaded with my browser. When I open the download folder, all I see are the most recent files I downloaded. Is there any way I can recover these files, utilities, photos, PDF files, or are they gone forever? It depends on how or why the files disappeared. There are many possibilities, and I'm going to run through a few of the options to see if we can get lucky. However, you're doing two things wrong, and one of those could affect much, much more than your downloads. Downloads is for downloads, not for storage. It's not intended as a place to keep things long-term. Leaving things in the downloads folder is a recipe for the very disaster that you're involved in. Once you've downloaded something you want to keep, move it to a different folder. Maybe create a utilities folder in your documents folder or a downloaded PDFs folder somewhere. You can create folders by topic or whatever organization makes sense to you, but move those files somewhere else out of your downloads folder. Now, if you lost a file because it disappeared, that tells me you're not backing up. Now that's true whether it's the downloads folder or anywhere else. Change that now. Start backing up. My recommendation, as always, is a periodic image backup with daily incremental backups, but the details matter much less than just doing it. If your downloads folder had been getting backed up, as an image backup would have ensured, you wouldn't have lost anything except the time to locate the backup copy and restore the files. All right, with all that out of the way, let's see if there are a couple of things we can try. One, check the recycle bin. If the files were accidentally deleted by something you did in Windows File Explorer or by a recycle bin aware utility, the files you're looking for could still be there. If they are, you can quickly and easily restore them. Search for the file. Try to recall the name of the file and search for it using Windows Search or the command prompt. If the file was simply moved to a different folder, you might very well find it there. This may also lead you to understand what happened and locate other files as well. Assuming you have it enabled, see if you can locate the missing files in Windows File History. If you're using OneDrive, your Downloads folder may, ironically enough, be uploaded into your OneDrive storage. Depending on your OneDrive account, it may have a file history or a recycle bin you can check. Visit OneDrive.com and look at your OneDrive files there. Try file recovery as a last grasp effort. So tools like Recover could potentially try and recover the file from it having previously been deleted. It's typically unlikely. It depends on how long the files have been missing, but it's absolutely worth a shot. And the bottom line, of course, is that you might be out of luck. It's possible that these files are gone forever. Since we don't know how they disappeared, there's really not much I can offer to prevent this from happening again, except, of course, not using downloads for long-term storage and making sure you begin backing up your machine in some other way. Why is download so special? What makes it so risky? Well, the problem is that I'm not alone considering it inappropriate for long-term storage. Various disk cleanup utilities, including Windows' own as shown above, offer to empty it, or just empty it without asking. They should ask, but it's easy to overlook if you're in a hurry. So, regardless of whether or not you agree with me on the intended use of the downloads folder, protect yourself. The easiest way is to move those files somewhere else after they've been downloaded and start backing up. For updates, for comments, for links related to this topic and more, visit askleo.com/105130. I'm Leo Notenboom, and this is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.